What's up, everyone? Welcome to my first ever episode of Friday Night SmackViews. So if you may be wondering what happened to my reactions for Friday Night SmackDown or Monday Night Raw, so I'm about to tell you guys why. The main reason why that I haven't been uploading within the past few weeks or like maybe the past month, like maybe I know I did WrestleMania 36 reactions, but not to Monday Night Raw or NXT or SmackDown. But I'm here to tell you guys that the main reason why is because of COVID-19 and the quarantine. There's no crowd around here, like the screaming and the cheers and everything, but without the crowd, it's just boring me. And because of COVID-19, I just noticed that Roman Reigns can't be on television because of the COVID-19 and quarantine, like being in a ring of some sort. And I know it's understandable, but like, it's just not the same like without the crowd. But all I know is that until further notice, my reactions will be postponed, but I have no idea when we'll be back on track with the crowd or any other stuff like that. But all I know, until further notice, my reactions will be postponed. If you guys see my post on YouTube community on my main channel, there will be some type of like explanation of why. So without further ado, let's get to the results of what happened on Friday Night SmackDown. To kick things off, we have a moment of bliss, which the Women's Tag Team Champions Alexa Bliss and Nikki Cross, with a special guest, the Universal Champion Braun Strowman. And of course, you can say cheers to that because of I don't know if they were drinking coffee or tea, or all I know is that it wasn't Braun Strowman's taste. So, if you guys don't know what happened last week, there was a Universal Championship match between Shinsuke Nakamura and Braun Strowman. But after the match, Bray Wyatt calls out Braun Strowman, saying that he wants the Universal title back. But somehow, during the moment of bliss, there was a package. He thinks that it was from Alexa Bliss, but somehow it turns out to be from Bray Wyatt. What's in that present, that you may ask? It was a broken black sheep mask, which, if you guys don't know, 5 years ago, which was 2015, Braun Strowman made his monstrous debut, and as part of the Wyatt family and all of that. And get this, Braun Strowman and Bray Wyatt were part of an alliance called the Wyatt Family, which was part of the thing back in 2013, but somehow back in 16 or 17, they used to have some reunion or some sort whenever Luke Harper or Rowan used to show up whenever Bray Wyatt's on the same roster, maybe on Raw or SmackDown. But somehow, some way, that without Braun Strowman, they always do it without him, because Braun Strowman's on his own, and he's always chasing after whatever championship that he's ahead, like the Universal Championship or the WWE Championship or something like that. Bray Wyatt is issuing a challenge to Braun Strowman for the Universal Championship, and that match was made at Money in the Bank. Braun Strowman will defend his Universal Championship against Bray Wyatt at Money in the Bank. And as many people will say, follow the buzzards. To kick things off again, we have a women's match between Sasha Banks and Tamina, which is, if Tamina wins, she will face Bayley for the SmackDown Women's Championship at Money in the Bank. So Bayley joins commentary, and somehow she wants Sasha Banks to win by interfering, distracting Tamina, with Sasha Banks taking an advantage. And Tamina, she's a strong girl. She's a strong woman. She's a strong, independent being, and I know Tamina. But somehow, Lacey Evans helps Tamina, saves the day by attacking Bayley, and Tamina takes the advantage, which 2 super kicks to Sasha Banks, hold the victory, and she will face Bayley for the SmackDown Women's Championship at Money in the Bank. And during the backstage, Lacey Evans issues a challenge to Sasha Banks, which I'm going to get to in just a bit. Next match, we have a jobber facing one-on-one with Sheamus, and elbows and knees rapidly going on fire, and a bro kick to the jobber for the win. And that was just like a normal match that recently, I don't know. Next up, we have Naomi versus Dana Brooke, which was a really good match. And it was a qualifying match to find out who will be in the Money in the Bank ladder match for the women's Money in the Bank ladder match. So before the match, Carmella confronted Dana Brooke to say they gotta focus their eyes on becoming the women's tag team championships. And Dana Brooke, she says she can do both. She can defeat Naomi to be part of the women's Money in the Bank, and she could also be the women's tag team champions with Carmella, because next week they'll be defending their tag team titles against Carmella and Dana Brooke, Nikki Cross, and Alexa Bliss. I forgot to mention their names. And there has been a lot. Dana Brooke taking over, and also an amazing counter, which Naomi was supposed to do a hurricane, but Dana Brooke, an amazing counter with a powerbomb, but a kick out at 2. And also, with a rare view to Dana Brooke, but Dana Brooke unexpectedly kicked out at 2, which I thought Naomi was like supposed to qualify, but somehow, some way, she was supposed to do a sunset flip, but Dana Brooke rolled out of the way, rolled Naomi for the upset, hold an upset victory, unexpected victory, and Dana Brooke qualifies for the women's Money in the Bank ladder match. And I gotta say, that was the craziest match, like, throughout SmackDown. I don't know, Dana Brooke, like, maybe be pushing, like, I don't know what's going to happen at Women's Money in the Bank, but you got Shayna Baszler, you got Asuka, you got Nia Jax. Dana Brooke could be defeating the odds of some sort. I don't know what's going to happen then. Okay, so the next thing to talk about is Sonya Deville trying to clear the air for Mandy Rose. As you didn't know, there has been some love triangle or love square situation going on between Sonya Deville, Mandy Rose, Dolph Ziggler, and Otis. So it all started ever since Valentine's Day, and we all know the truth of what happened. Sonya Deville went through Mandy's phone and decided that she wants Dolph Ziggler to take Otis' spot, like, to be as a Valentine's Day. But all I know is that Mandy Rose is in love with Otis, and somehow she come up with the Barbie doll insult, and somehow Dolph Ziggler tries to interfere to set things under control. He wants Mandy Rose back, but somehow, someway, for whatever reason, Sonya attacks Mandy Rose with the forearm, and Otis came to save the day. And somehow the odds are even, but Otis stops Dolph Ziggler from sneaking attack him and does his signature move, which is like one of the worms that he does, and that's my favorite part. And also, they try to escape from running away. So, could it be that we could have ourselves a mixed tag team match between Otis and Mandy Rose versus Sonya Deville and Dolph Ziggler? And I will say this, that Sonya Deville does have a girlfriend in real life, and she's also gay. Which, all I know that is just a storyline, just to give you a heads up, people. Next up is Cesaro versus Daniel Bryan, another one of the qualifying matches for the Money in the Bank ladder match, the men's Money in the Bank ladder match this time. Truth be heard, unexpected, there was just like a little promo before commercial break, and I have no idea what's going on right now. So I've been thinking there has been some many truths, or what's going to happen backstage or off camera, or like what's going to happen then. Anyways, back to the match. It was a pretty good match so far. There has been some uppercuts, and also Cesaro using his strength to stop Daniel Bryan from advancing. And also, Daniel Bryan puts the yes lock on Cesaro, but Shinsuke tries to interfere by maybe distracting the referee, or maybe, you know, attacking Daniel Bryan, like maybe cause a disqualification. But Drew Gulak stops Nakamura by grabbing him the foot, which he was about to enter the ring to distract him or something. But it was too late. Cesaro had no choice but to tap out, and Daniel Bryan is the winner, and he will be part of the men's Money in the Bank ladder match. And yet again, King Corbin strikes again by attacking Elias backstage, and somehow we all hate King Corbin, don't we? And also, when I just heard about rumors on the internet that a fan is very upset that King Corbin is still in the WWE. And also, if you guys haven't heard, there was a bunch of releases because of budget cuts and because of coronavirus. There's just been a lot going on. And there's just have been going on between this fan and King Corbin. Like, I don't know what's going on right now, but all I know is that why not release King Corbin is what the fan says. And like, there's just has been like drama going on. And also, to end the attack, King Corbin attacks Elias with a guitar, and also the rivalry still continues. Will the match happen at Money in the Bank? Next week, we will have Drew Gulak versus King Corbin, and we will have Sasha Banks versus Lacey Evans. Both of these matches are for qualifying matches. One of these men and women will advance to be part of the Money in the Bank ladder matches, both men and women. And for the main event, we have the triple threat match, and they are for the Smackdown Tag Team Championships. One member for each tag team. We got Big E, which is part of the New Day, Miz, part of Miz and Morrison for the Dirt Sheet that they have the show part of, and also Jey Uso, part of the Usos. And it was just a single, like a normal triple threat match, and there's no disqualifications. And already in the match, Jey Uso and The Miz team up together to throw Big E through the announce table, like attacking him, and somehow, like, that was a great, like, way to start off the match. Although I thought the match was going to end here with the skull-crushing finale to Jey Uso, but kicks out at 2 and locks Jey Uso with a figure 4 leg lock, and I thought The Miz had it. We all thought The Miz had it. I thought Jey Uso was going to tap out, but Big E takes an advantage and gives the big ending to The Miz. 1, 2, 3. New Day are your new WWE SmackDown Tag Team Champions, and once again, 8-time WWE World Tag Team Champions. Kofi Kingston and Xavier Woods are really proud of Big E, and they're once again, like, happy to be back on track, part of the championship gold. What do you guys think of SmackDown? Do you like it or do you hate it? Make sure to give me a comment on a scale of 1 to 10. How do you think about this SmackDown? Because I think for me, I give it a 6. So that's it for the first episode of Friday Night SmackViews. If you enjoyed it, please just give this video a big thumbs up. Let us know down in the comments, what did you think so far? And also, please understand if you think it's part of the situation of COVID-19 and with my reactions and everything and the crowd. And I know that if you're like thinking of what happened to me and some sort, and all I know that everything's under control. So I want to thank you to everybody so much for watching, and I will see you guys later. Bye guys!